morning when the sun goes up. It might be the last day of you and me. You're lying next to me with heavy eyes while I shiver inside with a heavy heart. I know.
In today's video, I'm going to be spring cleaning in my boys' room. This is my 1-year-old and my 4-year-old's shared bedroom. I'll be cleaning, organizing, decluttering a little bit, and also rearranging their room. I love this dresser right here in between the beds, but it is a hassle in front of the window. I actually have it pulled away from the window a couple of inches so that I'm able to open and close the curtain. And whenever I'm changing my 1-year-old's diaper, I always give him a toy or a rattle or something to hold, and he ends up throwing it behind the dresser. So this dresser is honestly a hassle right here in front of the window. So I'm going to be moving that today. We're going to be making space on the other side of the room so that we can move it. I'm also going to be changing out their toy organizer. They have a 9-cube organizer. We're going to change it to a 6-cube organizer. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with wiping off the top of the dresser, and this is the gap between the window and the dresser that I was talking about. Everything falls behind it. So over here, this is what I call the boys' toy corner. I'm going to clear up their toy corner and move it to the other side of the room next to the crib. And honestly, whenever you have 2 kids in a room, it cannot be super aesthetic. You just kind of have to make things fit and make it as cute as you possibly can. So I do toy rotation. So in their closet, I'll be cleaning and tidying in there as well. But on the top of their closet, I just have like half of their toys, and I just switch those out every once in a while. Otherwise, there ends up being way too many toys in this room, and they all get dumped out on the floor. So I'm going to be wiping down the baseboards as I go, as the corner is freed up, and as I can get to them. I'm going to be making sure I get all of the baseboards, the windowsills, the windows, and underneath the beds. So originally I was going to leave the dresser this way, but I decided it looked a lot better underneath the bookshelves, and I love it over here so much more. Every time I change my 1-year-old's diaper, he points at the books and he says book. And so when I'm changing his diaper, he gets to look at a book, and it just works out so good over here. So here in just a little bit, I'm going to be grabbing an extension cord that has multiple plug-ins, and that is how I'm going to hide all of the cords away from my littles. I'm going to tuck the extension cord behind the dresser so that it's out of reach. And I love these low windows in the boys' room. My 1-year-old especially loves to come up to the window and just look outside. So that's another reason I wanted to move the dresser away from the window so that he's able to come and look outside.
I got the sails loose. You're lying next to me with heavy eyes while I shiver inside with a heavy heart. I know what I've done, and time is running out for me.
So this is the 9-cube organizer. I'm actually going to be changing out to a 6-cube organizer. I was trying to figure out the best way for it to fit over here, and I wanted to do the 6-cube organizer just because the 9-cube organizer, they don't really need it because, like I said, y'all, I do toy rotation, so I try to minimize the toys that are out at a time, and the bigger the organizer, the more toys that will be out to fill it up. And y'all, I switch out their toys just on an as-needed basis. When I find that they are not really interested in playing in their room anymore, that's when I'll head in there and make some time to switch out their toys.
Help it. Push it. Push it. Say push. Push. Good job.
Oh no, anxiety creeps up on me. Is this how it's supposed to feel? Tell me when it's over. I got someplace that I gotta be. It won't leave. My friends say, get out of your comfort zone. It's a blessing in disguise. Get out of what you call home, your name is written in the sky. It might feel just like you're on your own, but baby, it's another lie. Remember, you were made. I try to work, but it doesn't work. I try to say something, but there's no word. I try to justify my actions, less reactions, heartbeat raising. Oh, it doesn't work.
So ideally, I like my baby's crib in the center of this wall, but what works best for us is to slide it down against the wall so that they can have more room in the play corner. I moved their play corner over here next to the crib, and I honestly like it better over here because it's away from the door. Their play corner was right beside the door, and when you walked in, there was just toys everywhere. You could barely walk in. So now whenever they pull their toys out, they are all the way across the room, and there are less toys blocking the doorway. I think the best part of this video is watching all of the shenanigans that Jackson is doing. Like right now, he's rocking on his little rocky horse. But I'm gonna go ahead and pull out my 4-year-old's bed. There was so many balls from the ball pit under here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and tidy under here, wipe the baseboards, vacuum, and then get his bed made up.
Some pills, but this is not how it's supposed to feel. Upside down and in and out, I guess I have to take a break. Get out of your comfort zone, it's a blessing in disguise. Get out of what you call home, your name is written in the sky. It might feel just like you're on your own, but baby, it's another lie. Remember, you were made. I try to work, but it doesn't work. I try to say something.
Oh, baby. Oh, no. What happened? Here we go.
I try to justify my actions, less reactions, heartbeat raising. Oh, it doesn't work. I try to work.
I use mattress protectors on all of our beds, especially the kiddos. All of our beds have one of these. It just protects your bed from dust and stains and diaper leaks, anything like that. So I highly recommend using a mattress protector on your bed, and I can link below the ones that I have if y'all are interested in them. But I'm gonna go ahead and switch out my 4-year-old's sheets so that he can have some clean sheets for the week. And I usually switch out our sheets every 1 to 2 weeks. It really just depends. We're a large family of 6, so it's hard for me to wash all of the bedding every single week, but I try to do it at least every other week or as needed. And I've said this before, but my kids do not like to sleep with the flat sheets. They prefer a fleece blanket or some kind of fuzzy blanket of their choice instead of the flat sheet. So that's why I was putting that fuzzy fleece dinosaur blanket on his bed, which I almost forgot to do. That's why I flipped the comforter back down and added it on. I'm also going to be switching out my 1-year-old's crib sheets, which he probably gets his sheets changed the most because diaper leaks and drool and bottle leaks and all the things. So I'm going to go ahead and switch out his sheet. His probably gets changed out 2 to 3 times a week just because of all of those things. But usually I like to keep this eucalyptus bed sheet on his bed. It matches his changing pad, but you know, sometimes we got to change those out, and he's got mismatched sheets, which is perfectly fine. But this is my favorite one to keep on his bed because it matches their room. They have a jungle theme room. I'm also using underbed storage. I have totes under my 4-year-old's bed for some of his toys, and I slide large toys like his fire truck under there. So now I'm going to go ahead and put this extension cord tightly behind the dresser so that my kids cannot get a hold of it. I love the dresser over here so much better. It originally was not over here because I had the rocking chair, which we stopped using it, and it honestly just became a catch-all for laundry. So anytime I wanted to come in here and sit in the rocking chair, I couldn't anyways because there was toys or laundry on it, and my 1-year-old doesn't let me rock him anymore, sadly.
every guy.
So let's go ahead and clean out these drawers. I'm going one drawer at a time. I'm going to take everything out. We're going to wipe it out, and then I'm going to put everything back in more organized and also declutter what needs to be donated or thrown away or any clothes that don't fit. And throughout this video, I'm using my non-toxic all-purpose cleaner by Method in the pink grapefruit scent. I love this scent for the spring and for the summer. It smells so good.
Now I'm so tired of breathing underwater. I just wanna float like a ship made out of paper. Right now I need to take care of myself, comforting myself like a roller coaster. One week I am up, next one I'll be down, but I'm getting closer to a stronger beat.
So I do not consider myself to be a minimalist, but I do try to stay minimal with the things that we have, the toys that we have, the clothes that we have, the dishes, literally everything in every single room. I do try to minimize the stuff that we have without overdoing it. So I cannot stand clutter in my house. If my closets are cluttered, if my kids' rooms look like there's too much stuff, then it gives me the worst anxiety, and it's such an overwhelming feeling. So I really only like to keep things that we are actually using. And also with being minimal, it's really hard when it comes to birthdays and Christmases when they get so many new toys and so many new things, and then half the stuff, if I'm being honest, they don't really even care about it. So then we just end up with so many new toys laying around the house that no one really plays with. They just get drug out of the toy box and then they lay on the floor. So what do y'all do whenever your kid has a birthday or Christmas and you are overloaded with toys and half of the stuff you know that they don't even play with it? What do? Do you send it back to the grandparents' house? Do you just donate it? Do you take it back to the store? I would love to know how you handle this. A lot of times when my kids get overloaded with toys, I'll just go ahead and take a trash bag and load up any toys in the trash bag that they don't play with as often as their other toys, and I will go ahead and send those off to one of the grandparents' houses, so that way they are still able to keep their toys and play with them, but at someone else's house. My kids just feel so overwhelmed when they walk in their room and there's so much stuff also. So it's just not a fun situation to have so much stuff. So I have found it works 1000% whenever I do this toy rotation, and I only have a few toys out at a time, and they will come in their room and play with their toys, and they can find all of the pieces and the parts that go to everything. They can find all of their puzzle parts and everything. I also have toys out in my living room and in other spaces of my home other than just the boys' bedroom. But I know that this is one topic that some of us can relate to about being overloaded with toys and what to do with them.
Now I'm so tired of breathing underwater. I just wanna float like a ship made out of paper. So now I'm about to take care of myself, comforting myself like a roller coaster. One week I am up, next one I'll be down, but I'm getting closer to a stronger beat, feeling free like a roller coaster. Stronger beat, feeling free like a roller coaster.
So this is my 1-year-old side of the dresser. So up here is where I usually stack up all of his diapers, but I need to get some more. So we have all this empty space to load up the diapers. And then over here is where I keep my baby's like diaper rash cream and his teething medicine. He's got little combs and his brush, his nail clippers, his nose Frida. He's got some baby chest rub, things like that stay in here. And then over here is his lotions and his wipes. And then the next drawer down, I did all of his pajamas. These are all onesies, and then these are all of his socks. And usually I don't pair up his white socks. I want to just do away with all the colored socks and only have mostly white socks, so that way I can just like lay all the white socks flat and I don't have to worry about pairing them up. And that just saves so much time with doing all the laundry that I have to do in a day. And then down here in the bottom, I just have all of his pants, and then this is all of his shorts right here. And then a random swim diaper. He's only got one of those because we haven't been swimming. This is leftover from Nolan last year, my 4-year-old. And then back here is both of the boys' like suspenders and bow ties and things like that. And then this is like winter mittens and a winter hat for my baby. And then this is my 4-year-old side of the dresser. So in this top drawer, I just put all of his pajamas and his pull-ups. So he has been doing really well not using his pull-ups overnight, but I still put them on there just for a precaution because he still has accidents. So he does still sleep in the pull-ups. And so I just put all of the pull-ups and all of his pajamas all in one drawer so he can just open one drawer and grab his stuff for bath time. The next drawer down, I just have all of his underwear and his socks. And then I have empty space here. I think this is where I'm going to put all of his summer shorts. And then at the very bottom, I have all of his, these are all of his like pants and jeans, and then this is all of his joggers. And then it makes no sense at all, but this is Georgia weather for you guys. So I have a winter hat and mittens back here because we still have a couple of cold days ahead where the kids play outside. They just put on their little hat and mittens. And then I also have his swim clothes out because this week it has been in the 70s. And we're planning to go on a lake trip, not to swim, but to just like play in the sand, maybe wet our feet in the water and look at the fish, play on the playground and walk around the lake in the path. But I want to put swim clothes on the kiddos. And I found a few more pieces of clothes that are just too big for Jackson, including the pair of joggers that he's wearing right now. I'm going to wash those and put those away because they're just too big. He is my tiniest baby, y'all. So he's still in size like 12 to 18 months. And so I have all of these 18 to 24 months that are just way too big. And then in this container under the crib is all of the clothes that I saved from my 4-year-old. Anything that's too big for my baby, and so that way he can grow into them. So on both sides of this organizer that I have in the closet holds the pack and play part, and I honestly don't really use the pack and play anymore. We don't really go on vacations or trips or anything like that, so I don't really have a use for it, but I'm gonna hold on to it just in case because you never know. That's like one of those things, if you get rid of it, then you're gonna need it. So the pack and play is one of those things I'm probably going to hold on to until he's closer to 2.5. So I just have that stored in their closet. But I wanted to go through these bins because they were so unorganized. They were driving me insane whenever I would open the closet to get something out and I couldn't find anything and I would have to open every single bin until I found it. So I just organized those better. There's just blankets and sheets and diapers, things like that in the organizers. And then I wanted to get rid of those brown baskets that I had in here because they worked for a little while, but I just feel like they were in the way of the boys' clothes. So this way their clothes can hang more freely without those baskets cluttering up the space. And then I just added their shoes to the top shelf of the organizer. So in the top tote, I just have all the boys' blankets. And then I have their diapers in the bottom. We have some wipes and some Diaper Genie refills. I also keep their laundry basket in the closet. I just like to keep our laundry baskets in our closets. And then over here on the other side, I have Jackson's shoes. I have some crib sheets. In the very bottom one, I just have some more blankets. And any really large toys like this hoppity hop ball, I'll just stick into the closet. Not used to this, not prepared. Not used to this, not prepared. Not prepared. It was like if we were to waste these moments, the like poets who made. I'm really loving the way that their room turned out. I love that the window is freed up now. It's so much easier to open and close the curtain, and my boys love to come and look out the windows. So anyways, that's going to be the end of today's video. I hope y'all found it motivational to tackle a room in your house, and I'll see y'all in my next one.